What's up, everyone? It's Wacka. Welcome you to week 6 of SD. Not week 6. This is week 7. Week 7 of SDS season 9. This week, excuse me, my voice is like it was like frothy for some reason. So, yeah, we got 6 games to watch. There was like 2 extensions which are getting played tomorrow, but I don't feel like waiting until tomorrow to record, and it bothers my OCD to not record this video on Sunday night, which is probably why I'm probably not doing this like beyond season 9, because I don't know, it's just a lot and I'm just tired. Um, that's like a different issue because I'm just tired in general, like constantly. Even more so lately, which is very fun. So, anyways, without further ado, we got me versus John, which is played I think on like Wednesday, maybe probably Wednesday. Um, yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so either way, that doesn't matter. I end up bringing Landorus, Zora Kisui, Terra Inteleon, Gallade, Florges, and Quillfish. No Sekateka this week, but it's like whatever. On John's side, he brought Pelipper, Archaludon, Swampert, Decidueye Hisui, Reuniclus, and Zeraora. No Terra Locust on his side, which I honestly that's surprising because I thought Terra Bug, first impression, just O-code everything on my team. Beyond, I think maybe like Intimidate Quillfish and like Focus Ashes. So yeah, I'm gonna lead off with Gallade. As he switches in Archaludon, I think he predicted me to click Psycho Cut on his Decidueye because he was Terra fighting Decidueye. However, I'm clicking Sacred Sword because I wasn't running Psycho Cut actually. So Sacred Sword is just my best move to click, and if you want to go Pelipper, I outspeed. I click, other buttons and blah 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 blah. So, anyways, they're gonna bring in Reuniclus as I Leaf Blade. I'm like, yeah, Glade has kind of served its purpose. Its sole purpose in this battle was to get rid of Archaludon, and it did that turn 1 without me even like trying to actually get rid of it. The Decidueye was also scary, so I just stayed in and clicked Sacred Sword. So that's why that played out like that. However, Leaf Blade does about over half to Reuniclus, and I can tell it's like Assault Vest Reuniclus. He's gonna go into Zeraora on my Leaf Blade. It's really funny because I think if I click Sacred Sword there, this thing like pretty much just died. However, I'm gonna go into Landorus. Landorus is my switch into Zeraora. I take about 35%, and he does knock off my Assault Vest. Assault Vest was for, I think he had like an Amorous, so I was like, maybe Lando can like take a hit from Enam and just kill a Sludge Wave. So that was kind of the idea. I think I also take a hit from like Pelipper and do a lot of chip to it, so that was kind of the idea. However, I'm always going to U-turn as he goes into Reuniclus. I can go back into Gallade, as Gallade I kind of just claim something with Gallade. So I'm going to Leaf Blade, which does about 25%, and I'm like, yeah, that's like max HP. And he clicks Shadow Snake, which does a lot of damage. I'm not sure if this is like Choice Band. I think he sent me a paste, but I don't remember. But I feel like that Shadow Snake did a lot of damage too. I think I'm like at least somewhat bulky Gallade. However, I'm going to click Sacred Sword and just kill him. I was going to go into Zeraora, and I'm like, okay, I can kind of preserve Gallade, because Gallade does get a lot of good chip off on both Peli and Reuniclus. So I'm going to go into Landorus. I'm going to eat the knockoff as he goes into Pelipper. On my U-turn, I'm always going to click U-turn pretty much. I'm going to go back into Gallade, and I'm like, yeah, I can just click Thunder Punch. Thunder Punch doesn't actually knock him out, though, and he gets the U-turn KO. So, I mean, Gallade kind of the MVP of this matchup. If he, like, clicked something else, like that wasn't a move that hit me, like say if I had Rocks up, I clicked Defog. I also had Shadow Sneak to knock him out from there. Because I think Shadow Sneak would have knocked him out, I'm not sure. Maybe not. However, he's going to go into Swampert. I'm going to go into definitely my Landorus. So he clicks Knockoff. He knocks me down to my Sash. And I'm going to click Grass Knot because I kind of, I needed to get a KO. Although I did have some other tech. I wanted to click Hyper Beam because I was running Hyper Beam, but I felt like if I missed Hyper Beam in the situation, then I just lost the game. So I click Grass Knot. Zeraora is gonna get a KO on Zoroark, and I'm gonna bring in Quillfish. Quillfish is a free KO. I can just click Flip Turn out. I am Life Orb, Swift Swim, Quillfish against his Rain team because he wants to farm KOs with the Swampert, so like he's gonna bring Rain. So anyways, I'm gonna bring out my Landorus as he brings in Reuniclus. I'm just gonna U-turn again into Florges, and at this point I don't think he can KO anything I have, so I'm pretty safe to just stay in with Florg and click some buttons. I click Moonblast here, I get the KO. He's gonna go back into Reuniclus, and I'm gonna go for a Moonblast drop, which I get. He's gonna click Psychic. Wasn't he Psychic Noise? I thought he was Psychic Noise. I'm gonna Wish into his Nightshade, and I'm gonna Moonblast again. I get my Wish, I get my Wish back after he Psychics. And then I think I click Wish again because I'm not really scared of this Reuniclus. And I thought maybe I could use Rain, but the Rain ran out, which means he wasn't Damp Rock. I'm guessing he was like maybe Boots, or like, yeah, probably a Boots. I'm gonna bring out Inteleon because I want to farm a KO with Inteleon. And I'm gonna Terra Water, I'm gonna Hydro Pump, which gets a crit, which might have mattered. But in the same sense, I don't think it mattered at all because I could always just go back into Florges and just kind of stall out Reuniclus with Florg. But I want to end the game faster, so yeah. GG's to John. I feel kind of bad that your Archelodon died turn 1, but to be honest, that's why you don't switch it on a Glade. I know I was going to click, like, if I click Psycho Cut, then what? Because then I Sacred Sword. And you don't really have a switch into Sacred Sword. So, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, our next game is going to be Heister versus Jeg. Jeg's going to bring the Palafin, Sableye, Mega Sableye, Tinglu, Mienshao, Weezing Galar, and Raging Bolt. Which it's been performing really well this season for Jeg. This is only Jeg's like second or third game, so I mean it's a lot to say, but it had a really good performance. So anyways, and then on Heister's side we have Iron Moth, Iron Boulder, Belly Bolt, which is probably running Acid Spray, Tornadus, Donphan, and Darkrai. I'm going to play this out. Jeg leads Sableye. We see a Belly Bolt lead. We're going to see a big Volt Switch do a lot of damage. I feel like Mega Sableye just isn't bulky anymore. Like, 26% from like a Belly Bolt Volt Switch feels like a lot. And Sableye's going to click Nightshade. Dark Pulse is going to do 62% and bring Darkrai pretty low. Now, if I was Jeg, I thought maybe he would click Recover there. But he's going to go hard Weezing on the Dark Pulse. I guess he's predicting that. So Heister decided to double into Tornadus and click Bleakwind. However, this is like very Assault Vest Raging Bolt. We're going to see Dragon Pulse do not that much, but I mean, it was kind of a lot. We're going to see Crit Knockoff, which doesn't really matter because Sableye kind of sucks. We're going to bring in the Palafin, which apparently can be female. I didn't actually know this thing could be a female. I thought it was like one of those weird male-only mons. But, yeah. We're going to see Rocky Helmet. Maybe this Belly Bolt. Yeah, this thing's probably static because Damp is kind of pointless, I guess, unless you're predicting, like, Misty Explosion Weezing with, like, Misty Terrain. Which I guess could be a thing, but most people don't really run that on their defensive mons. So, like, this is probably Rocky Helmet static. Let's see Tinglu come in. As we see Rock Slide do absolutely nothing to Belly Bolt. We do get the flinch though, so like obviously this is very calculated on Jug's behalf. Belly Bolt's gonna get off a Toxic, Belly Bolt being like one of the very few Toxic mons past Gen 8. Because in Nat Dex everything before Gen 8 can run Toxic, but there's very few mons past Gen 8 that get Toxic. So I guess is kind of decent balancing in Nat Dex behalf. Because there is a lot of power creep, but at least some of the older mons can run some cooler moves like Snatch, Toxic, you know. We're going to see the Belly Bolt come in on the Tinglu double. As we see Donphan come back in on the Ruination. So it doesn't really do that much. I'm not really sure why Jag didn't just click Earthquake there. I guess maybe he thought Torn could come in for free. So I guess that makes sense. We're gonna see knockoff into Tinglu. As you see Earthquake just KO the Donphan. And we're gonna see Torn come in. We're gonna see U-turn pop off, which does pretty much nothing. Into Boulder, which is kind of insane on a Tinglu, but Tinglu is kind of just dying. We're gonna see Mighty Cleave knock out Tinglu. Like, kind of surprisingly, I thought that would do like 9. Not gonna lie, but it is Cork Drive attack boosted. We're gonna see Wheezing come in. Neutralizing Gas isn't really gonna do anything. We're gonna flinch the Wheezing, which kind of sucks, but Zen Headbutt is a flinching move, so I guess you kind of have to see that coming. We're gonna see a Wild Charge, which doesn't knock out Palafin. We're gonna see Wave Crash knock out Iron Boulder, as Palafin also gets knocked out, and we're in a bit of an iffy situation because it's a 4v1, but this is very obviously Assault Vest Raging Bolt versus 4 special attackers, so we just kind of have to see. We're gonna see Torn defog for some reason as Raging Bolt Thunderbolts to kill it. We're gonna see Belly Bolt. Maybe he clicked defog because he didn't want to get Thunderclapped. Maybe he just didn't want to get Thunderclapped, or he wanted to bring in like Belly Bolt safely because maybe it's like Spit F Belly Bolt, but I think it's Fizz F Belly Bolt. Dragon Pulse is gonna knock it out though, regardless. We're gonna see Iron Moth come in. So we see a Dazzling Gleam that does pretty much nothing. We're gonna see a Thunderbolt bring Moth down to pretty low. At that point, I think if there was no para, I think you just Thunderclap and kill it, and you can just Thunderclap the Darkrai because Darkrai can't really do much. I guess Darkrai could have been like a Hypnosis set, but in that case, like Thunderclap is still doing about the same as Thunderbolt because if he, well, no, I guess he could miss Hypnosis. If I were Jeg, maybe I would have clicked Thunderbolt there, just on the off chance he missed like a Hypnosis instead of whatever. But yeah. So yeah, GG's to Jeg. Raging Bolt ends up actually being, I think, tied with Stack Attacka for kills, because as I said already, like, I didn't bring Stack Attacka to this. So yeah. Our third game is going to be Sacred Ash versus Dedanly. We're going to see Tapu Koko, Slowking, Iron Valiant, Iron Treads, Dragonite, and Incineroar versus Registeel Terra, Manaphy, Ogerpon, Vikavolt Terra. So both of the pretty scary Terra captains coming out here. Great Tusk and Mega Houndoom. Great Tusk is also performing pretty well this season from what I've remembered. So yeah, a lot of solid contenders. Even like this Iron Valiant is doing kind of a lot. But it is a 19. It is the most expensive mount on the board, so like it should be doing that, right? So we're gonna lead. The Danley's Terras are Terra Steel, Regirock, and Terra Fairy Vikavolt. I haven't really gone through these Terras. I don't think either of these guys brought their Terras. Obviously, I was Terra Water, Teleon, Terra Fighting, Decidueye. Just kind of, I think I forgot to go through that. So anyways, we're going to see Dragonite lead into Ogerpon as Player Off does kind of a lot. We're going to get the attack drop, which kind of sucks because Dual Wing Beat would have knocked out the Ogerpon. We're going to see E-Speed knock it out though, so Ogerpon does go down regardless. Tusk is going to come in on the Slowking switch. Ice Spitter is not going to do that much. I'm assuming this must be like Fizdef Slowking. We're going to see a Scald into Vikavolt. We're going to get the Scald Burn. Scald Burn is very fair balanced. Treads is going to come in on Vikavolt on the Mud Shot. Very, very good bring on the Danley's part, I think. I kind of forgot that it even got Mud Shot. Just kind of interesting. We're going to see a Rock Slide flinch, though, which kind of sucks. We're going to see Tusk come in on a Rapid Spin to get that speed back, I guess. So then we click Knock Off into Slowking, which gets rid of the Rindo Berry. Rindo Berry must be for Ogerpon. We're going to see Teleport into Treads as Vikavolt just dies. I'm not really sure why we went Treads there, because Houndoom or Tusk could come in like very easily. I guess maybe you just don't want Incineroar or you just don't want Registeel to come in maybe. We're going to see Mega Houndoom come out. Click Flamethrower does kind of not that much, but Tusk can come in pretty freely on Incineroar. Although if I was Sacred Ash, I might be running like Special Incineroar against this team. I see Knockoff back into Slowking, as I think we see, we just see Teleport. Because Tusk, it just means Tusk can't do that much. See Dragonite click Earthquake into Iron Defense, which is kind of rough. So how does Sacred Ash get around this? I guess maybe you can go Val or Coco. See a body press do about half to Coco, which is kind of insane. Thunderbolt's not gonna knock it out, but we get off a body press. What was the Terra on the Registeel again? I think it's Terra Poison. Yeah. We see Houndoom come back in. On the Incineroar, we're gonna see a Flame Charge. Interesting. I'm not really sure why we're Flame Charging on Incineroar. Sludge Bomb doesn't do that much. Is this Incineroar like Assault Vest? I guess if you're running Drain Punch, I can probably assume you're like Assault Vest Incin. And U-turn instead of Parting Shot. Yeah, that's Assault Vest as fuck. Okay. We're gonna see Moonblast KO Tusk. Then we're gonna see Manaphy come in and take a Thunderbolt. That did a lot of damage. Maybe this is like Expert Belt. Could be Expert Belt. We're gonna see Endure Thunderbolt into the Manaphy. We're gonna get that Salac Berry off, and it looks like the Danley might kind of turn this around. Although there is a Slowking still that you have to deal with, and a Dragonite with the E-Speed. Yeah, I was gonna say I just remembered the E-Speed, and Houndoom's not really gonna be able to do that much. Yeah, you can just go hard Incineroar because that Sludge Bomb did like absolutely nothing. That Dark Pulse did kind of a lot though. So I guess at this point the Danley's just going for the flinches. Drain Punch is going to knock out Mega Houndoom. And we're going to see Sacred Ash take the 5-0. So good on Sacred Ash. Pretty good prep. Am I seeing like anything kind of cool? I mean, not really. I like this Manaphy set. I like the Manaphy set. I like the Endure. I should go through the rest of these really quick. I can also just go through them afterwards. So anyways, we had 3 games that were played today, which, like, these were the only 3 games that were played before Sunday, and there's still 2 games that weren't played, which is kind of crazy, but I don't know, I guess busy week for people. We got Liza J versus Power Fable. We're going to see the Mega Lopunny. A Bostif coming off the bench, which is honestly, like, good because Sneasel is like not really that great. I mean, it's like an alright Terra, but you have Mabosstiff. I guess like you should use Mabosstiff. We have Galarian Slowking, Rotom Wash, Excadrill, and Terra Noivern. I'm gonna assume it's Terra Normal Noivern, and what is the Slowbro? Terra Ground. He's been running Terra Ground quite a lot, and it is Terra Normal Noivern, very predictable. Mabosstiff is really good in this matchup into dual Psychic types. I guess one Psychic type is Terra, but I can see the day that Mabosstiff does something here. We're gonna see Mega Lopunny into Orthworm. We're gonna click the U-turn into Rotom Wash. Yeah, we're not gonna click Fake Out, huh? I think he's kind of. I think he's probably expecting this to be like Covert Quick Press, which is probably why he let it, but no, it's gonna be leftovers though. Rotom's gonna miss Will-O-Wisp, which kind of sucks, but it is Rotom Lash, and you should expect yourself to miss all your moves because you're running Rotom Wash, and Rotom Wash sucks ass. But yeah, we're gonna get up our rocks. We're gonna see Porygon come in, Trace Levitate, take about nothing from Hydro Pump. We're gonna see Paint Split though, which brings Rotom back up to about half. This is probably the longest I've ever seen Rotom like stay on a field. Alive, mind you. Tri-Attack is not going to do that much, but I think we see another Pain Split here. Yeah, so this Porygon's not clicking Recover because he doesn't want to give Rotom all this health back with Pain Split. And see Hydro Pump in a Porygon too. And even a Porygon without Recover can still beat Rotom Wash because Rotom Wash sucks ass. We're going to see Noivern come in. We're going to Boom Burst. We're not going to Terrasilize. I'm not really sure why we didn't Terrasilize there. You can Terra Normal now and Boom Burst, which does kind of a lot. We're going to see Play Rough. Doesn't knock it out. We're going to see T-Wave from Grimmsnarl, though. Boom Burst knocks it out. Luckily, he didn't miss because I think this Noivern could have just kind of went in. At that point, like this, yeah, this Orthworm was kind of low. This isn't very specially defensive. This takes a lot of damage, especially from Terra Normal +1. So, yeah, we're going to see Cinderace knock out Noivern. We're going to go into Mew as we bring in Mabosstiff. Show that's Intimidate, which is cool. as we can just go Earthworm. Jawlock is gonna do kind of a lot. And it is Intimidate and not Stakeout, so my boss stuff didn't get like a damage boost from the switch. Let's see Slowking come in on the U-turn. We're gonna see its Rocky Helmet for the Cinderace, and that's kind of all Slowking is for, probably. See my boss stuff come back in on Mew as Mew clicks Earthquake. We switch into Slowbro Galar for some reason on the Jawlock. Don't really know why we went hard Slowbro. So it's Rocky Helmet Slowbro and Rocky Helmet Slowking. Mirror match, kind of silly. You see Cinderace come in, and at this point it looks like Joey's doing pretty good, but Powerball's gonna get a huge crit on the Slowking, and we're just gonna see Powerball knock out that. We're gonna see Mabostiff come in. Mabostiff doesn't die to Powerball, but he is pretty low now, and he can't switch in on Mew anymore. See Pyro see Mega Lopunny come in. I believe we click Fake Out. Yep, we click Fake Out for some reason, although Return would have just been better. We're going to see Return come out, kill the Cinderace, and now Mew's going to come in. We're going to click U-turn. We're going to activate Mew's Weakness Policy, which is very cool. And I think at this point, Mew, if it's Drain Punch, it just kind of wins. And it is Drain Punch. So yeah, the Mew just kind of wins. Joey almost had it. It was like a 4v2, but the Mew just kind of had it at the end. And Scarf Cinderace, I suppose. Which Scarf Cinderace, pretty predictable, I guess, versus Mega Lopunny probably. So yeah, we do see the knockout, and we're gonna see Mew win. Very good game for Power Fable. I like this Mew set. Not really sure if it's like Heat of the Week or anything. I'm assuming this is like Dragon Dance or like Agility Weakness Policy. Probably. I don't know. I guess it depends on. Probably Dragon Dance, if I had to guess. Did I see anything else cool? Probably not. Jawlock is interesting, but Jawlock, I can kind of see Jawlock is just kind of I don't know, like it locks you in. Although I thought it meant that my boss stuff also couldn't switch out, which I'm not really sure. I guess I thought it did. Anyways, we're gonna see Liger versus Pimiki, and I remember Liger being pretty mad after this game, so I'm gonna assume it didn't end well for him, but I guess we're gonna find out. We see Primarina, Terapagos, Regieleki, Scizor, Gliscor, and Goodra. On Pimiki's side, we have Mega Garchomp, Ogerpon, Hearthflame, Greninja, Iron Thorns, Mandibuzz, and Golden Go. So let's just play this out. Any Terras? It looks like it's gonna be Terra Rock, Iron Thorns. Sure. See, Ogerpon lead into Primarina. U-turn's gonna do a lot of damage to Goodra. That's insane. Like, this is obviously, like, Hearthflame Mask makes U-turn, like, what, 84 base power? But that 84 base power non-stab, doing 40% to Goodra? Insane. We're gonna see Toxic, though. So we see Dragon Dance, which puts Thorns on a timer, which is good for Liger. We're gonna see an Ice Punch do about 30% to Scizor. We're gonna Mega Evolve our Scizor. We're gonna Bullet Punch for the chip. Fire Punch is gonna KO. The Scizor just dies to Fire Punch, which is why Mega Scizor is just not really good Mon. Because a lot of Mons just get fire coverage, honestly. We're gonna see the Ice Punch. Oh, Pimiki got the prediction, huh? Oh, that kind of sucks. But I mean, like, you could have maybe went Regieleki this whole time and got some chip. Though, couldn't really get too much chip because it is electric type, so I don't know. See Terra Blast. It's just Terra Blast Regieleki. Fair enough. We're gonna see Regieleki Volt Switch on the Ogerpon. Ogerpon showing that it's very fucking tanky too. We see a Power Whip, which does way too much damage to Gliscor. Wow, Ogerpon Hearthflame is just insane. See Thunderbolt. See a Power Whip. Kill the Regieleki, yeah. See Power Whip into the Primarina. I'm not really sure why we didn't go Terapagos first, but whatever. whatever. Terrapagos kind of has to win this game now. Oh, yeah, Ivy Cudgel with Mold Breaker, huh? Yeah, we're gonna see Mega Garchomp come in. Earthquake doesn't KO Terrapagos. We're gonna see Calm Mind. Why? Well, anyways, we see P. McGee win. This Ogerpon went crazy. I don't understand why it did so much damage. I really can't understand why it did so much damage, to be honest. I feel like I'm not really seeing very cool stuff. We do got one more game to watch, and I must say, I think this is going to be a good one. It's going to be Jaden versus Fletch. Fletcherun, Victini, Tapu Bulu, Terra Araquanid, Raikou, and Slitherwing versus Dracovish, Sneasler, Pincurchin, Jugulus, Cloyster, and Terra Flygon. If I play this out for a second. It's gonna be Terra Bug. Oh, no. It's gonna be Terra Water, Araquanid, Terra Water on Flygon. I was a little bit confused looking at the matchup there. We see Flygon come right in on the Rising Voltage. Interesting. Oh, it's because Pincurchin. People are prepping for Pincurchin. I'm very surprised. Like, I know Jaden loves Pincurchin, but I don't think I'd ever, like, prep hard for Pincurchin. Why are we clicking Substitute on a Sneasler? Would him or that did a lot. That did kind of a lot. See, if we Grassy Glide here, we kind of just win. But, nope. Tapu Bulu doesn't get Grassy Glide, and that's why that mount sucks. We're going to see Flygon come in on the Searing Shot. And we're going to go into Araquanid on the Earth Power, which does pretty much nothing. Will you turn on the Araquanid, which didn't Terra? We're going to Sticky Web. Interesting. We're going to Terra Water. Shell Smash Cloyster. Uh-oh. Oh, or Iron Defense. Okay. Okay, Rock Blast isn't going to do that much. Does Araquanid... Oh. Okay. I don't know, like, what you think you're doing. Oh. Uh-oh. I think Araquanid lives another hit after this. Scald. Scald. We're gonna get a Scald burn. Oh, that kind of sucks for Jaden. With this Araquanid, it's kind of set up, isn't it? Okay, well, it looks like Fletch is getting a free pick 1 next season. Because I was not seeing any heat until now. Like, I was gonna give it to, like, I don't know. I don't know who I was gonna give it to. Probably the Quillfish. But no, this Araquanid definitely took the spot there. Pincurchin's gonna get its first kill of the season, which is cool. We're gonna see Scald into Flygon. We're gonna get the burn. Oh, I was gonna say, are we Lumberry? No, we're Citrus. I'm gonna see Defog Flygon. It is Earth Power. It is. I was gonna say it is Earth Power. I'm gonna go Pincurchin on the Slitherwing. First impression, lots of damage. We're gonna see Flame Charge. Doesn't KO Pincurchin though. We're gonna see Memento. Ooh, into Jug. Okay, here's Jug. This is another mon that's performing super well this season. We're gonna miss Hurricane. Dark Pulse into Petch. We're gonna Curse. Okay, Fletch. Okay. Hurricane gonna KO the Slitherwing. Why didn't you click First Impression? Actually, why did you not click First Impression? I guess, but I feel like First Impression, like, you kill the Flygon, you kill Caesar coming in. If you force in Dracovish, I guess you force in... I think at this point you just lose to Dracovish anyways. I guess that is fair. But, yeah. You see Rising Voltage. Jugulus is gonna die, finally. We're just bring in the Sneasler, which gets the Electric Seed. Victini's gonna come in on the Dire Claw, which does a lot because of the crit. Crit doesn't really matter there. Yeah, and Raiko's gonna come in. Sneasler's gonna finally do something. I feel like Jaden hasn't really been using this Mon. And he doesn't like Sneasler, but he probably does now, so that's all the difference it makes. And yeah, this Araquanid is definitely Heat of the Week. Like, double setup with webs and mono Scald into Dracovish. Was this Water Bubble or Water Absorb? I feel like that Scald did a lot of damage, but I'm not sure. It was a Cloister after all. I'm not sure if you were Water Absorb. Nice, very nice, Fletch. Cause yeah, otherwise I was gonna give it like Quillfish Loki, cause it was like the only other cool set that I saw. Honestly. Oop. I was watching Alfred. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this week. I could have waited for Ryan and Chick to play their game. I am getting pinged right now. Let me make sure it's just not like a game getting played. Oh, it's just Jaden telling me to do something that I already did. Okay, so anyway, with that said, I'll see you guys next week. The games that are missing, I believe, are Sam versus Wisdom and Ryan versus Chickadee. If those games happen, I might give them points for Heat and stuff, but for now, it's just going to be the 12 people that played on time and didn't ask for an extension 2 hours before the end of the week. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.